This is Ryan Hoyme, AK Massager, and today I have Jim Kraft from Comfort Craft. Hi, welcome.
Nice to be here.
Yep. So how long have you been in business now?
Well, I designed our table 23 years ago. And so I've been in the business about 21 years.
Okay, perfect. So you've seen a lot of changes and innovations over the years, haven't you?
Right.
Yep.
A lot of the things that we thought about years ago now are wrong because we didn't understand how the body needs to open up. Okay? So in the past 10 years, we've changed a lot of our approaches on what the body should be doing and not forcing it to do things it shouldn't do. Typical example is, I would say probably at about 10 years ago, we realized that when we opened up, when a person was on our table face down, and we opened the table up above what we call neutral position, and neutral is about 9 or 10 degrees. So what happens when you're on your back, your back goes into compression when you're laying on a flat table. So you can't get it out of compression. So it's hard to open a compressed body. So by being able to take the foot control and open up the table, and it's about 9 or 10 degrees, the low back then goes into relaxation. So now if you think about something that has a compression in the middle of it, and you got all your vertebrae going forward, when that compression is on, it's very difficult to open those vertebrae. There's no space. So when you open up the table, you create space. So now the body can open itself up. Well, 10 or 15 years ago, we didn't think twice about taking them into 20 to 30 degrees of extension. Well, an overstretched back, overstretched, is a problem.
Big time.
So what we've learned is that all you want to do is take the back into neutral, let the body relax, so that the back side of the body now is in open condition when you're working on it. What we've learned is we want to open up the stomach area, the whole front line of the body. So now where we focus with the mid-split is opening up all the front of the body. So what happens is when you're laying on a table, your low back is in an arch. This is called an intrinsic arch. And why the intrinsic arch is there is to hold the structure of your back. You got the curves in your back. Okay? So what happens is the head is an intrinsic muscle. So you can't take your head and turn it off unless you lay it down. So with our table, we take the low back and we support it with the arch of the table, and therefore the body goes into a neutral position. Neutral means that there's nothing on it. So major difference. When you're on a flat table, your arch is held up like this. When you support the arch, the body goes off, and the whole front end of your body, from the shoulders, neck, and everything, let's go. You can't explain this until you try it. I've tried to explain this to people for 20 years, and until you get on that table and feel that opening, you don't understand.
What kind of feedback have you had from therapists and clients and stuff?
Well, being that I've been in the business so long, it's not unusual for an owner to come through that's had a table 15 or 20 years, and he'll say, oh yeah, I do 2 massages more a day because I have the table that allows me to open the body up without me having to do it manually. So the table does the work and allows you to enjoy what you're doing. Now, obviously, we're not the low-end tables. And there's a reason for us to have such a table is because it allows the therapist to do the work without having to work.
Exactly.
So what happens is once you've got the table arched up like this, then it's very easy then to hit the button and open up all the front line of the body. Because what do we do all day long?
Just like we are now.
We're over, right? We're closed, So the idea is when you start opening up the body, you allow this whole front to open up, and because you're on a table, you can let it go. Or if you try to do it on a ball, you're always floating side to side and you're not off. So what we do is we gradually open that table up as they're laying there, and they don't even realize they're opening up the front. It's just a natural thing because you do it nice and slow. So you get them up to about 25 or 30 degrees, and now their whole front line is changed. You can do this in 5 or 10 minutes, so it's not like you don't even have to do any work in the stomach or abdomen area. So you got them up to this area, now it makes it real easy to open up the chest, the shoulders, neck, which is what do we do here? So the idea is to stretch these areas, open the neck up because you can hang the head off the table real easy. And the body lets itself go and it changes position. So what I do when I do the shows is I do about 10 minutes of the opening of the front, and then I get people to stand up. And the first thing they notice is their chin is back in, the shoulders are back, and the air passages are wide open. So in 5 to 10 minutes, I've changed their body for that period of time. So it gives them a feeling of what it's really like to be open. And not closed shoulder. Okay. Hardest part of the world is telling the body where you want us to go without being able to get there.
You need to develop decent chairs.
I can tell you a lot about these chairs. And they're not designed for you and I.
No, they're not. As
a matter of fact, when you talk about chairs, I have a unique stool. And what's unique about my stool is that when you're working, if your knee is below your hip, you can't lock up your low back because your legs are down here. So when you try to use your upper body, you bend. With my stool, it puts your knees above your hips, and therefore you can use your leg muscles to do the work because you can lock up your low back. Ergonomically, these chairs drop in the back, and it puts you down in a position where you have to fall back.
Literally.
We put 2 pillows in the one in the room upstairs so we could have it high enough so we could sit and enjoy reading. So there's a lot to being able to use the electronics of our table in a very passive motion of just slightly opening and opening and opening and opening to change the profile of the client. And you don't have to kill yourself to do it.
And then also James Opsolsky demonstrates on one of your tables too and stuff.
James has got 2 new videos out, and one of the videos shows him using our table to do the whole new front line. So it shows how he's opening the body up and being able to lift these areas all the way up through the midsection of the body. Again, we're unique. We're not the most cheapest table in the world, but it works 10, 15, 20 years.
That's what we need. So
somebody said, well, if I count all the times I've used my table, it costs me $0.25 an hour.
I think it'd be worth it to see even $5 an hour. No.
Well, when you talk about money, there's a thing about going vertical in your income. And people say, what do you mean by going vertical? I says, well, if you have a service that you can give that worth more money, it means you can charge more money. So if you buy a Comfort Craft table, it's very easy to go vertical by $10. If you do 20 massages a week, which used to be a standard, now I think it's more like 10, but used to be able to get 20 a week, you went vertical by $10,000 for a $2,000 investment. Now the reason I say it's a $2,000 investment, it's a $5,000 table. Uncle Sam, because of the tax credit and the tax write-off, you get back 66% of the money through taxes. So you buy a $5,000 table, you get $3,000 back, you got $2,000 invested, and you make $8,000 more a year.
I think that works.
And you only work 50% less.
Exactly.
So that's the philosophy of wanting to buy the best there is. And that's what we are, the best there is.
And how do people get a hold of you then?
1-800-858-2838 or comfortcraft.com. And I'm Jim, so if you want to get to me personally, Jim@comfortcraft.com. And we actually answer our phones.
What? Real person?
Real person.
Thanks, man.